Testing, testing. Testing, testing.
going well so far, and then when we get that co-commentator over, we'll test his one out as well. We'll see what's happening with that, but that should all be all right. Well, hopefully it is, but yeah, I guess we'll wait and see on your end if you could hear us and if we're all good for you, Louis.
This is the other mic as well. So Freddie's got the main one, and then we'll give this one to the Aldershot commentator when he comes over. Yours is, that's mic 1, by the way. It's the one you've got. Yeah. So if you just count down from 10, I'll be able to hear it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And then mic 2, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Staxon Stadium, home of Sittingbourne FC, the Brickies, looking to create even more FA Trophy history. Beat Southend United in the last round, courtesy of a last-minute winner at Roots Hall. Today they host Aldershot Town, another National League side. The Shots currently 17th in the top pyramid of English non-league. They've also lost 8 of their 18 away games in all competitions. Sittingbourne in this competition, in 5 of the 8 rounds they've played, they have knocked out a higher ranked side than them. Just looking around all 4 corners of the ground, it is absolutely packed here at the Staxon. There's so many people out, a gorgeous day for it as well. But enough about the backstory and scenery. Let's bring you both sets of starting 11s, beginning with the Brickies. In goal is Rocco Rees. It looks to be a back 4 of Donvive Jones and Baggerson Graham as the fullbacks. At centre half is Chris Arthur and Liam Smith. Looks to be a 3-man midfield of Richie Hamill and Ayman El Magarbel, with Ryan Kingsford just in front of them. It then looks to be a front 3 with Joe Bochi leading the line for the Brickies. He's got Henry Lacombo and Troy Howard either side of him. As for the subs, there's 6 named of a potential 7 for the Brickies this afternoon. Jay Beckford, Cody Cosgrave, Henry Sinai, Adi Aziz, Mitch May and Jack Steventon are the men who are to be trusted if they're needed off the bench. As for Aldershot, in goal is Marcus Dewhurst. Looks to be what is a back 5 of wing-backs Ryan Jones and Aaron Jones. It'll then be the 3 centre halves of Christian Magoma, Luca Woodhouse and Will Armitage. Then looks to be a 4-man midfield of Josh Barrett, Tyler Frost, Theo Widrington and Cameron Hargreaves, and that leaves up front as a lone forward Jack Barham. On the bench for Aldershot, backup goalkeeper Geordie Van Stappershoof, Kai Corbett, Brad Dollahan, Maxwell Mullins, Ollie Harfield, Dan Ellison and Zion Nditi. The referee for today, Aaron Bannister. He'll be the man in the all black, overseeing things if we are to have it end level here this afternoon in Sittingbourne. There's no extra time. We will be straight to a penalty shootout. But back going over these two sides and a bit more about their recent form. It's no losses in the last 5 for the Brickies. They've also won 3 of those last 5 games. That did include the 1-0 win in the previous round of this competition against Southend. It's also the Brickies' first game since the 18th of February when they beat Margate 3-0 in the Isthmian League South East Division, where they currently sit 2nd in the league, looking to secure themselves a potential playoff place and promotion up to Step 3, what would be the Isthmian League Premier Division. And this competition, it started for them at the very first hurdle, began at the first qualifying round, and they played it back in September. So this has been a long 6 months in the making for Sittingbourne, and hopefully for them they can top it off what would be a perfect reward for them, through to a semi-final, 1 game away from Wembley potentially, and it would be some story. A side who are the lowest ranked team left in this competition. They're the only side outside of the National League setup, and that also includes the National League North and South. Aldershot, as already discussed, currently 17th in the National League, one of the highest teams left in this very competition. But for them, this competition began for them at round 3 in December. They beat Wealdstone in their first game. This is actually in the FA Trophy their first away game in the competition, and only their 2nd match in the competition against a lower ranked side. So they very much have done the business against sides in the same division as them. But as with any cup competition, you can always expect the unexpected. You never know what's going to happen in football. That's why we all love it. That's why we turn out and watch it, like everyone has here at the Staxon Stadium this afternoon, and anyone who's here watching us on your instant replay live stream. A big warm welcome to you, anyone who's here. My name is Freddie Humphrey Wakefield, and it's a pleasure to be trusted to bring this one to you. But as we still await the players, a 12:30 kickoff for this one, so 10 minutes away from kickoff, as still everyone just emerges out of the bars. A few of the mascots are taking some penalties to my right hand side, as all the Sittingbourne fans can see plenty of smatterings of red and black all around me, and the Aldershot fans as well to my left. They come out in good numbers as well to support their team. That's credit to them, must be said. But as discussed, 10 minutes away from kickoff, and anything can happen, especially in cup football. The FA Trophy, the most prestigious competition for sides at this level, potentially their best chance of getting a cup final. As my co-commentator for the afternoon has arrived, Mike Green, you were telling me when we spoke the other day off air, you've been watching football for over 40 years.
Oh, don't rub it in, Freddie, we haven't started yet.
No, we haven't, but for yourself, you've got your Sittingbourne scarf on, I can see, just talking to you. In terms of big games and potential upsets and stories, where does today rank for you? Because there's so much that could happen, and Sittingbourne already beaten Southend. They could go one better.
Indeed. I suppose if you look at the National League table, Southend will still be the highlight. But to get a National League side like Aldershot with their history, all right, I know it's a new different club after the unfortunately previous one went into administration, to get them here on a day like this, you can see from your real vantage point above the dugouts what it means to the people of Sittingbourne.
It definitely does. I've already mentioned how many people are out here. It's so refreshing to see, and it's brilliant that we've got the weather for it as well. It's almost tropical here.
It's tropical for this place, I can assure you.
No, it's a gorgeous day for it, which I'm sure anyone on the live stream can see, and they can enjoy it from afar. But you mentioned there about what it means for the people of Sittingbourne, but also the club themselves in terms of this can help boost finances. Can only imagine what just money from ticket receipts and then food as well, and even 50-50 raffles. It can help a team keep going, not just for a season, but maybe for the future as well. And days like this really just show what it's all about, and how non-league football it very much needs days like this.
And I think also it shows that a club like Sittingbourne, with respect to, with that in inverted commas, can put on a day like this, because normally, as you well know, we only get 300 or 400 in here tops every home game. Today there's 3 times as many here, and touch wood, as you're standing on some, so I'll just knock it. Everything at the moment seems to be going very well.
It certainly is. Let's hope it does for Sittingbourne's favour, and also just in general, we're getting even closer to kick-off as those mascots are still taking penalties. It's got a lot of support from the fans to my right-hand side in the main standing terrace. But
yeah, those mascots are our 2 under-7 sides, which
fantastic.
we have here at the club.
That makes it even better.
We've got 30-plus youth teams here at the club. Incredible. As well. And we try and encourage them once before every match day, as I'm sure most non-league clubs do these days, to get the boys and girls down to enjoy the atmosphere. But these, I think there's 2 sides out there today. These 2 sides are totally blown away, I would imagine.
Yeah, I would certainly hope. Well, I say hope so and think so. No matter what, you can put any word before saying so, and that's very much what I make of it. But as Mike has just said there, a day like this where you don't get them all too often, especially for a club of Sittingbourne's level. They're the lowest ranked division of non-league you can be to enter this competition, being a step 4 side, and they've gone so far through into the competition, not only flying the flag for themselves but for all of non-league, for all of Kent non-league as well. It's just fantastic that I don't think anyone that is concerned with Sittingbourne Football Club ever would have dreamt when they entered the first qualifying round of this competition to then be 2 games away from a potential trip to Wembley.
Let me put it another way for you, Fred. We've played 8 games to get this far.
It's amazing.
How long do you reckon it's taken us to win 8 games in a trophy?
Well, I did say the first game was played in September.
No, not time-wise. How many seasons is it since we've won 8 games? Just 8 ties in the FA Trophy.
It's a fantastic question. If I'm going to guess, I'd go for 50 years.
Well, it's not quite. We're not quite that bad. We're not
Sorry,
quite that
mate.
bad. Come on. No, it's actually 13 years.
Oh, okay, all right.
And if we win today, it will be for 9 victories, which we haven't done in 15 years.
It's amazing.
It is, and it's been a strange run really, because, as you say, we start off with Sutton Common Rovers back in September, then progressed slowly. There was a big scout for us initially with beating Dover, which was obviously for us was a major boost. Coming ironically only 2 weeks after we knocked them out of the FA Cup as well. But then to go to Winchester and win on penalties the way we did, to beat Enfield here, to beat Salisbury here, the dream just kept gathering momentum, and all of a sudden you realise that you're only 2 games from playing under the arch.
Amazing.
And that is bewildering for a club like us. We set out at the start of the season to get out of the East Midlands South East. That is number one target. We had a decent run in the FA Cup, got to the 3rd qualifying round before arguably our worst home performance of the season when we lost to Plymouth Parkway. But this season has been all about getting out of the East Midlands South East. This is just a day for everybody to enjoy themselves. As you said, I'm glad the sun's come out. Everybody will enjoy themselves today. But if you ask me now, and I'm probably going to regret this later on, if you ask me now, would I sooner win today or get 3 points at Margate Tuesday? I've got to be honest, the jury's out.
Yeah, I would imagine so. But every game, always, of course, it's always as big as you make it out to be, and you can never look to the future just too quickly. You have to look at the moment and now. But that's exactly what everyone here is doing. They're here to enjoy what really could be a momentous day for Sittingbourne Football Club. As mentioned, the FA Trophy quarter-final. We're just under 5 minutes away from kick-off, so we await both sets of players to come out and join us on the pitch here at the Staxon Stadium as all those mascots are just cleared off. There's a young child in the middle of the pitch who's just fallen over, but he's right back up to his feet. But here we go, all the players getting ready. There's the drum of the home fans is out there applauding the players that are just walking over to the home dugout. Kick-off imminent here in Kent. A gorgeous day for it. Blue skies wherever you look. But can the Brickies get one step closer, keep creating history for themselves, get through to the semi-final? And as was also said earlier, today goes straight to a penalty shootout. There's no extra time, but Mike, if it is to go to penalties, you're a man who knows a bit more about this Sittingbourne team than I do. If it were to come to that, really, what would you make of it? Do you fancy your team's side on penalties?
Well, Freddie, we've done it once. That's all I can say. We won on penalties at Winchester, which was probably the longest 10 minutes of my season. But no, in all seriousness, it is a lottery, isn't it? And I think if it goes that far, whoever has the luck on the day will be in a semi-final draw Monday afternoon.
No, that's exactly it. And even within the 90 minutes as well, whoever gets the rub of the green and who can come out and take their chances. Sittingbourne may only get one, but you only need one to score a goal in a game of football, and you only need one chance to win a game of football in entirety, as the fans still get very excited. All the atmosphere building up now here at the Staxon Stadium as we still await both sets of players to come out, and what you can only imagine will be a raucous atmosphere as the Sittingbourne fans look to try and get behind their team, be that 12th man who can suck the ball into the back of the net and try and get their players over the line.
Are you calling our support raucous, Frederick?
I am.
You should hear when only 150 or so of them in there. The support we have at this club. I know Ryan Maxwell said in the build-up to the game that the supporters are all like family, and it is like that. I'm glad to say.
Oh, I'm really glad. That's fantastic to hear. It's like It's like a family at Sittingbourne. Well, can they be one big happy family come round about 2:30 this afternoon? And will they be partying into the streets of Kent this afternoon? The players just about getting ready to come out. I can see them to my right-hand side as still that atmosphere builds up. So many smatterings of red and black in that standing terrace to my right-hand side as we look to get underway at the Staxton Stadium. Sittingbourne against Aldershot Town in the FA Trophy quarter-final. And if they're loud when there's only 150 of them in there, they're going to be even louder than what they already are now, those fans.
Now I've actually climbed up onto the gantry next to you. Good afternoon, sorry about that.
No problem, good afternoon.
Doesn't it look a sight from here? This ground is home to a lot of people, obviously. It is what I think you'd call a basic non-league, not a traditional non-league ground. But to see it so full at both ends, 2 or 3 deep, maybe 4 or 5 deep in places all the way around it, is something else, and it is going to be one heck of an afternoon. And here come the players.
Here they come, Sittingbourne in their home colours of red and black stripes. Aldershot have opted for their away colours of an all-yellow kit. Their goalkeeper Marcus Dewhurst in a neon orange, and Sittingbourne's keeper Rocco Rees has opted for a neon green. The dinosaur mascot also leading out the teams, and as you may hear all around us, that's got both sets of fans singing and dancing away for their team. Kickoff just a few moments away at the Staxton Stadium as the players have come out now, just doing their handshakes with the match officials and the opposition players. But coming out, I have to say, Aldershot, they've certainly matched the weather with that kit, a bright yellow. You wouldn't struggle to see them anytime soon.
Well, at least we won't struggle to see the numbers, will we?
No, I hope not.
We hope. But no, as we say, the weather is just tops off the day, really, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it's a fantastic afternoon. Swale hasn't seen an FA Trophy like this, game like this, I don't think, ever. Let's not forget our friends over on the Isle of Sheppey got to the second round of the FA Cup last year. We were jealous and looking on, I've got to say, but I think today we're flying the flag for the lower clubs in the FA Trophy. Lowest ranked side left in it for yet another season, yet another round. Only Kent side left in it, I think, since Christmas. But one thing I will say, can I just drop in before kick-off? There is an FA Vars game, quarter-final, just down the road from here this afternoon, and we wish all our friends at Whitstable Town all the very best in that, and it would be nice if we could paint one end of Wembley red.
Let's hope so. We will wait and see as to what happens, not only in that game, but the main one you're all here for, the Brickies against the Shots. Sittingbourne against Aldershot Town in the FA Trophy quarter-final. And you just said there, Mike, about we hope we don't miss their numbers. Those Aldershot players have also got names above those numbers as well. So that maybe just highlights the difference in levels of these two.
Oh, definitely. Squad numbers as well.
Yeah.
So they wear the same numbers every week. I bet it's nice to commentate on Aldershot every week once you know the numbers.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, it is the equivalent of a Premier League side playing a League Two side in the FA Cup today.
It is, it completely is. You're absolutely spot on, and that's just how important it is, and you can't underestimate this competition, the FA Trophy. Maybe doesn't get the sort of publicity and not that many people watch it as maybe they should do. Maybe some teams may not respect it as much as first thought, because it's genuinely for these two clubs, it's a massive chance for them not just to go to Wembley but to add some silverware to their trophy cabinet.
Very much so. I must confess, I am quite surprised how strong the Aldershot side is today, considering they've got that massive game with Dagenham coming up on Tuesday night. I think with my rose-tinted red glasses on, there was a little bit of hope so that they might have tweaked their side a little bit. But fair play to Tommy Witherington and Hugo Langton for coming out with 11.
As the captains have been brought into the centre circle by the referee Aaron Bannister, just to decide who's going to get kick-off, and we're going to see the sides swap ends for this one.
Oh, don't like that.
No, not many fans like it.
They're not kicking towards our end.
No, they're not. and there was a few chorus of boos I heard there as that was announced as well. So the decision not taken very lightly by the sets of fans, those Sittingbourne ones behind the goal. As soon as all those Aldershot players came over, they booed them again just to try and get in their heads a little bit. I saw that happen even before the game, but it will be the Brickies to get us underway as Eamon El Maghabel stands over the ball with his shirt tucked in. You can already hear the Sittingbourne fans asking Marcus Dewhurst who he is, and the Aldershot ones just returned that to young Rocco Rees in the Sittingbourne goal to my left. But here we go, the big FA Trophy quarter-final, just seconds away from getting underway here at the Staxon Stadium. Sittingbourne, the lowest team left, get us underway against National League outfit Aldershot Town. Here we go in what is a glorious day here in the county of Kent as the long ball's clipped forward, and already Aldershot are in. It's Barham one-on-one with Rees, but it's good defensive work from Arthur, who got back to block the shot. Barham lays it back to Hargreaves infield as he has to play the ball out wide. He finds Frost, who looks to get beyond one. He has done, keeps it in play, but in the end Howard is there, gets there, and he clears the ball well up the pitch. Magoma happy to play it back to the goalkeeper Dewhurst. We'll just play it out from the back early on stages, but that was a massive chance already for Aldershot. Barham played one-on-one with the goalkeeper within the first 30 seconds of the game, but luckily for Sittingbourne, Smith got back and was able to get the foot in.
He's been doing that all year, though. Liam, we signed him from Hythe in the summer, and he's been doing that all the year. But in all, let's face it, it's the start you almost could have expected, because Aldershot are going to come out of the traps very strongly.
Frost in possession for Aldershot, infield, clips it forward. Barham able to chest that down. He gets the ball back. That pass just clips off the legs of Donvive Jones, the Sittingbourne fullback. Just drops out for a throw-in. The pass wasn't fully made with strong connection, went out of play, and Aldershot get play restarted. In possession with Magoma, their centre half. Played neatly infield. Hargreaves able to play it wide for Frost. Back on the halfway line with Widrington. Again, Aldershot just happy to settle down the play, make patience a virtue, just use the extra space to their advantage. It was Sittingbourne just being that little bit more cautious early on from the start, sitting a bit deeper into their own half, but again, you probably expect that when it's a bit of a mismatch.
Well, I think it's the difference between the two sides, isn't it? Because the higher up the leagues you go, the players all like to get that early touch, don't they? And I think that's exactly what Aldershot are doing at the moment.
Woodhouse for Aldershot, just to the left of the halfway line. He has to play it backwards. It's in the possession of Armitage. Now Magoma will clip it long in search of Frost. He's overhit that one. He goes right out for a goal kick.
Christian Magoma hasn't changed a lot since last time I saw him wearing a blue Gillingham shirt, I must confess. He's still a big, lanky central defender that I think, in some respects, all sides need.
Oh, they do. You need a big presence at the back. He's certainly looks like the tallest player on the pitch, Magoma, as we're just looking dead on at him. Really is a bit of a unit as he's just commanding to his teammates just to keep their shape in the back line.
It is a fantastic view we've got this afternoon now, isn't it? I think we've got the best seats in the house, haven't we?
We certainly do. We're right on the halfway line, just behind the dugouts as well, so we hear all the communication. The listeners may be able to hear it if it picks up on these microphones.
I'll apologise now, just in case.
Yeah, me too. As the goal kick launched long by Rees, misses the head of Jones. And good bit of defending.
Lacombo. Lacombo.
Came over.
He's not normally one of three at the back. He's a very good defender, but he's normally more of a wing back. But I do think Ryan Maxwell does like him playing in the middle.
Armitage for Aldershot, just maintaining possession again as the Shots just look to play the ball around their back line. Again, the ball clipped up in the air. It's a neat touch from Woodhouse, slipped in the turf. He plays it long, cut out by Jones, and he just smashes it up the pitch. Magoma misses his header. There's a tug of the shirt of Kingsford, but the referee lets play run despite the claims of Sittingbourne players and fans. And it was collected by the Aldershot keeper Dewhurst, And again, the shots look to play the ball long, catch out the Aldershot, or catch out the Sittingbourne backline rather. But in the end, it's dealt with, headed out of play for a throw-in.
Supporters not too happy about that. There's a bit of murmuring over the far side there.
No, not at all. We await the throw-in to get play restarted. It's played in field as Jones had came back from a forward position. But again, Aldershot look to go long and they give the ball away. That's a lovely turn from Graham to get away from his marker. Plays it up to Kingsford, the right channel, as he looked to play the return pass in search of Bochi, but he underhit that one. Bochi couldn't get on the end of it. That goes out of play for another throw-in.
Quiet start, isn't it? I know Aldershot had that half chance in the first couple of minutes, but I think we're very much in the feeling each other out stage, aren't we?
Certainly, you can just see from what's going on, both teams playing it long, just looking to try and carve out those openings, see where those weaker areas of the opposition are, as Aldershot look to try and carve out an opportunity now. Frost plays the ball long, but that's right at the head of the combo as Howard slips in the turf. The ball played long by Widrington. Again, it's cut out, and the ball is hit long into the knee of Kingsford, who applies the pressure, but he can't steal the ball off Widrington. He also had his teammate Howard to try and win the ball. But again, Aldershot able to clear it, but it's a shanked one from the keeper, Dewhurst, headed on by Howard for Sittingbourne, and this one may just drop for Kingsford, right side. He goes down. Again, the referee lets play run, and again, Aldershot give the ball away with a poor clearance. It fell for Elmer Garble for Sittingbourne. He's been pushed over. Again, play resumes from the referee. Elmer Garble still on the ball. He's been dispossessed. It will now drop for Howard on the right wing for Sittingbourne. On he goes, looks to get beyond Widrington. Howard's cross does drop into the 18-yard box, but that is cleared away by Aldershot, and it will drop for Barrett, who volleys it up in the air to set away Barham, who's being tightly marked by Smith. Barham does get away from him, unleashes a shot, and that's over the bar. It's the first effort on goal we've seen, but Aldershot there showcasing their quality from defence to attack in just 3 passes, but the intended target of Barham's effort, he couldn't find it.
And I think Barham, you see there, Barham's class. Took the ball down wide on the left-hand side, cut inside, and managed to get away from a very good central defender and still get a shot in. Fortunately for those wearing red, it was over the top.
And play will restart with this goal kick from Rocco Rees, as he's being jeered by those Aldershot fans behind the goal. He boots it long, and that's completely missed the head of Hamill. But again, Aldershot unable to fully clear their lines. Ball up in the air as Jones goes up to try and win the header. It's a lovely sliding challenge from Smith, the Sittingbourne centre-half, to get to the ball fast for first. Frost takes that throw-in. Aldershot back in possession with one of their defensive line, Magoma, who's happy just to, again, take his time with the ball at his feet, find a teammate, and again, just look to drag out those Sittingbourne players out of their position, and then carve out that opening, look for those passing lanes, which maybe they've not been able to do so successfully just yet. But Sittingbourne now, they're doing exactly that. They've got the ball amongst their defensive line and they clip it long in search of Howard, who might get there ahead of his marker. He has done. Howard in the penalty area for Sittingbourne. Can he find a teammate? No, he just tried to play it behind him for Kingsford. It's really good defending from Tyler Frost of Aldershot as Jones steps in for Sittingbourne. Neat play from the Brickies. Kingsford in the penalty area, tries his luck with a outside of the boot shot, but that one dropped well wide of the post. But there's the first effort of the game for Sittingbourne, and that's got the fans even more excited.
A warning, I think, to show you how pacey Troy Howard is down this near side. The left back, Woodhouse down this, Luke Woodhouse down this near side, didn't enjoy that one little bit.
No, he didn't. There was a big tussle between the two, wasn't there? And
yep.
Henry came out the better of it, or Howard rather, as Elmer Garble volleys the ball for Howard on that halfway line. Again, Aldershot get to it first. Cleared up. Kingsford wins the flick on. It's just pinball at the moment as Magoma picks up possession in the defensive third for Aldershot.
The thing is, though, Freddie, if you look at Troy Howard's starts, he doesn't look a very strong player. He's a very quick winner. You think can be knocked off the ball, but goodness me, there's a must win there.
No, it certainly is. Just looking at him right in front of us, Troy Howard, not got the biggest frame, doesn't look as if a player who can out-muscle a fullback. There's Graham there just bobbling the ball up on his head, looking to try and clear it down the channel, but that goes right out of play for an Aldershot throw.
Ironic cheers from the Brickies that the Aldershot fans have found their voice.
As they also let them know they forgot that they were here. Aldershot back in possession with their goalkeeper. Wasn't the best turn from Dewhurst. He almost completely left the ball behind him, but
I think he changed his mind mid-stride, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Looks like he was going to take it on one foot, but then just switched it onto the other. As again, the ball is played long by Aldershot and drops out of play, but there are moments of which you feel Sittingbourne, they've got to capitalise on something like that. Yes, that's a bit of a flash in the pan moment, and you've got to be incredibly sharp to then steal the ball off the keeper.
I think the thing is that as a smaller club and lower level club going into a game like this, you know we're going to get one good chance a half, and to win the game we're going to have to take one of them.
Exactly. It can only take one. It only takes one chance to score a goal. I said earlier, you may only need one chance the entire game to actually end up winning the game of football. There's still 0-0 between Sittingbourne and Aldershot in this FA Trophy quarter-final as Dewhurst clips the ball diagonally. Jones there, able to get his head to the ball as he and Frost went up, but the referee's given a free kick. I think he's given that for a clash of heads there, or he felt that Jones jumped a bit too high on Frost, but as you'd imagine, there's a few bits of disagreement from those concerned with the team in red and black.
Yeah, most definitely. But no, I think it's just one of those where, because Donny actually got off the ground and jumped, he got to a height where his referee thought it was dangerous.
Widrington coming forward for Aldershot. It's now in the possession of Jones. He's happy just to play it back. You can really sense what the game plan is here from Aldershot within these opening minutes. They've been happy to play the ball backwards, bide their time, look for those spaces to play into, take their time with it to capitalise.
I think Aldershot know that obviously that they are the odds-on favourites to win this game. But even if you're in that sort of position, you've got to be patient. And I think with Tommy Widrington and Hugo Langton sat down below us, I think they know that because they've got that much experience. They've been here before. They know what's at stake this afternoon.
Yeah, they certainly do. And they've had massive games in the National League all season and years before. 12 years Aldershot have spent in the National League.
Really that long?
12 years, yeah.
Goodness me.
As Frost comes forward for the shots, looking to try and open the scoring. His cross towards the back post is headed away by the Brickies captain, Baggerson Graham, who got possession back off Bochi, but just couldn't keep the ball at his feet. Ran it right out of play. Cheaply gives away a throw-in, which Aldershot have taken. And they'll take their time with the ball. Here's Frost for the shots, who's had plenty of the ball in these opening stages on this near side. He plays it infield for Barrett, who's played a reverse pass over the line, but don't think Barham read that one at all. He seemed to run the opposite direction to where that ball went.
I think that's one of those that probably when it left Barrett's foot, it seemed like a good idea.
Yeah.
But no, how long we've been playing now? Quarter of an hour almost?
Must be around that.
It's been as tight as I think we all expected. There was a 1/2 chance for Aldershot early on, but I think Brian Maxwell pacing down below us and his backroom staff have got to be reasonably content so far.
Yeah, has to be said. Still 0-0. There's not really been too many major efforts to talk about within this opening 15 minutes or so.
Am I allowed to say it? Look, it reminds me very much of Southend at the moment.
Yeah, well, I feel as if you can say that. I think we can get away with that.
As long as it finishes the same way, I don't care. Sorry, yeah. I apologise to all our Aldershot listeners, watchers. I know I'm meant to be completely neutral, but you will understand if I get a bit excited if things go our way today.
Yeah, I think I can as well, very, very much so. I'll tell you, if it does end up like that Southend game, I'd love to see your reaction to my left and see what happens.
How far off the ground are we?
We're not too
Six
far.
foot?
Yeah, probably.
Well, I think I'll go that. I think I'll go that way and be on the fourth official's back if it is. I had to stop the chairman jumping out of the director's box at Southend.
Goodness me. Well, you're nowhere near him today, so we'll see what happens with that.
That's a good ball.
Sittingbourne play it forward. The flag has stayed down. Kingsford right in that corner quadrant, looking to try and find a teammate. He's just twisting and turning, is Kingsford. He's got beyond his man, Magoma, but is dispossessed. Widrington was there first after he had poked it beyond Magoma. As Smith comes forward, but shanks his clearance, and Aldershot regain possession as Hargreaves will run forward with it. Plays it infield for Jones. Now Frost is back in possession again on this near side. He's had so much of the ball so far. Plays the ball with the outside of his boot, looking for Barham. That one again cleared away. Woodhouse unable to clear the ball fully with his head. Sittingbourne having to play backwards. Good footwork from Kingsford. Back for Hamill, who boots it up in the air, but there's no one in a red and black shirt for him to find. That's back in the gloves and the comfort of Aldershot's keeper, Marcus Dewhurst.
Just going back to that last Bricky's attack where Ryan Kingsford was up against Mahoma on the far side, I just think it shows the class and experience of the Aldershot man, the way he just literally let Ryan run at him, but led into him at the same time to win the ball.
Really good defending, and that's the difference of the sides you could argue, with them being such a big gap behind. As that's not the best bit of defending from Lacombo, who headed the ball forward into his own feet, and then he's had to clear it away for a corner. He disagrees with that decision, got his arms up at the referee, does Lacombo. Aldershot get the first corner of the game.
Well, I had no idea if it was a throw-in or a corner. I think it was a throw-in.
As it's played short, across, comes in from the far post, and it was a good delivery from Jones. Barham completely unnoticed in the penalty area.
What was he doing? Why didn't he actually get a proper shot in?
Yeah, he seemed to just turn his back to the ball.
He turned his back and tried to do one of these audacious flick things.
Yeah.
Well, surely if the ball comes into his feet, it's just going to go in the net, isn't it?
There was a really good chance there for Barham, who's been at the forefront of the majority of Aldershot attacks so far in this game, but he's not been able to find the back of the net. But as well, neither of Sittingbourne. Still 0-0 as again play restarts with a Reese goal kick. Booted long as Graham nods the ball down. It's again just booted right up in the air. Bochi rises highest but can't get to the ball. So again he goes up, gets a collision, but play is continued. Neat bit of footwork from Howard.
Good refereeing. It was a foul initially on Joel Bochi. The ball ran to Ryan Kingsford, but the Aldershot defence, where they're covering as you'd hope they'd be, so the referee's pulled it back for a free kick.
Again, that's got the Sittingbourne fans in fine voice as they await the free kick. A really good chance for their side just to launch the ball into the penalty area, try and cause some pinball stuff, and you may just end up getting one lucky touch and you can guide an effort goalwards and see themselves go a goal up.
Delivery from these is normally pretty good because Richie Hamill's left foot is sweet.
He swings it in towards the far post. It's headed across the penalty area. Bochi on the turn. The shot blocked. There's claims of handball from the Sittingbourne forward man. Nothing's been given. An Aldershot may go up the other end. Barham's in, but it's very good defending from Graham. And he's able to play a really neat 1-2 with Hamill. And Graham's gone past his marker. On he goes, Graham, but he's been dispossessed by Armitage, who clips the ball forward, and Sittingbourne can't fully clear their lines. But those claims of handball there, nothing given by the referee. Didn't look like there was too many claims, rather than Bochi, who right away was right in the face of the referee.
All I'm going to say is you're closer to it than I was.
His Aldershot back in possession, played out wide for Hargreaves, again with Frost on this near side, plays it into the channel. It's again good defending from Jones to get in front of his man, and it's booted away by Lacombo. Bochi picks up the ball. Hamill, not the best pass, right into the possession of Armitage. It's really neat footwork from Barrett. The ball's played wide for Frost for Aldershot. Up towards the penalty area. Low cross.
Good take.
Good.
That's super hands in there from the goalkeeper, because he's down low. It's a very shady goal mouth on that end, as the viewers could be able to tell. And if that's coming in from the brightest near side, that's a very good take from the goalkeeper.
Very good indeed from Rocco Rees, the 23-year-old. Has played his football with Brighton and Hove Albion's youth academy. He punts the ball long. It's a poor flick on.
And of course, Rico's debut for the Brickies was at Southend.
It was. There was what a game to make your debut in, let alone just a clean sheet.
Now, then I joked to him afterwards, how do you become a folk hero for a club and play 90 minutes? I think that was it.
As the ball's played forward. Oh, and that was a really good chance for Troy Howard. Ventured into the penalty area, almost got a touch on it, and if he did, he was surely going to guide an effort goalwards. But Aldershot again go up the other end with Barrett, who's had a bit of the ball in the early stages. His pass really poor though, and under hit. It's dealt with by Jones, who clears it away. Woodhouse has to play it back to the halfway line, where Armitage is waiting. And again with Woodhouse. So Aldershot looking to, again, just drag Sittingbourne players out of possession, play through the lines, try and make something happen for them. As, again, the ball goes to Frost on this near side. But once again, Sittingbourne have forced Aldershot backwards, and you feel that the Brickies players, they're more than happy to let Aldershot have the fairer share of possession here.
Much to discuss with Tommy Ridlington down in front of us. I think him and Hugh Langton are sitting on buckets down in front of us, and the look on the Aldershot's manager's face just now was a picture.
Definitely is. As the Sittingbourne coaching staff right up on their feet. One of them's outside the technical area. They're all full of instructions for their team, as you very much would expect.
Well, that was actually the boss, Ryan Maxwell, down there. But when you consider Ryan's been in charge for just over, I think it's something like 26 months, his first game here was in front of 130 people.
Yeah, he's come a long way.
The whole club has. And that's why today has got to be so important that everybody in black and red enjoy themselves.
Aldershot back in possession with Woodhouse. So he just ventures over the halfway line. Back with Frost again. Again, it's a poor pass from Frost right into the possession of Jones, who will boot it forward, looking for Kingsford. But Magoma, all he can do is just nod it out of play for a throw-in, and without really doing anything, Sittingbourne have got themselves very far up the pitch and a chance to enter the 18-yard box.
And I think that's come about purely and simply because what we said early on about Troy Howard's pace down this right-hand side. He's given the fullback a bit of trouble, and when Mahoma was there, he looked up, saw the defender, and with Troy about 2 or 3 yards off him, so safety first.
Throw in, played in field. Kingsford flicks the ball on. Howard gives it back to him. Kingsford looks to drill it across the penalty area, but that is blocked. Howard lets it run, and now Sittingbourne get their first corner of the game. And again, that's got their fans up and singing. The chance to get themselves a goal. Really neat work from Howard and Kingsford, as the Sittingbourne fans singing set piece again. Ole, ole.
Well, the set piece, we've got an awful lot of goals from set pieces this year from various people. I think it's part of the reason why we've got 6 players in double figures this season, goal scoring wise. And when you've got left foot Richie Hamill coming in now.
The corner floated towards the back post, headed down. There's claims of a corner, and that has been given. The Sittingbourne fans straight away were adamant that one came off a yellow shirt last, and in the eyes of the referee, Aaron Bannister, it did. And again, there's that chant about set piece, as Hamill will go over to the other side to again swing the ball into the penalty area.
I think Don V. Jones is probably going to be a little bit upset he didn't get better contact on that.
As there's all but 4 Sittingbourne players in the penalty area. As Howard has just given a little glance over to the coaching staff, just to maybe get a signal if he should go a bit further forward. But in comes that corner towards the near post. It's not beat the first man, and in actually winning the header, Frost has gone down holding his head in his hands, and the referee will stop the game, as there's not exactly much pity from the Sittingbourne fans, you could say, as Frost is down on the deck.
No, again, unfortunately, it's too far away for us to know what contact was and wasn't made. But you see a lot of that in football these days, don't you? If a player goes down anywhere, the referee, especially from further up the pyramid, just seems to stop the play straight away. But fair play to Mr. Bannister. He saw what he saw, and Aldershot got the free kick.
Frost now is back up to his feet. It seems to be moving okay. There's no real sign of discomfort for him, so we will just restart play with this free kick, which is rolled short to Magoma, who will clip it long, looking for Barrett. It's just about cut out, and there may be a chance here for Howard over the top, but it's good goalkeeping from Dewhurst, who got well off his line, got both hands on it, is able just again to play it short for Magoma, as Aldershot will look to play out the back, and they've not done it successfully. That long ball right out of play, and maybe a feel we've seen quite a few of those now from Aldershot, where maybe frustration's just beginning to seep in.
And you'll always get a high press from Ryan Maxwell's side, because that's what he does. He teaches and insists that players run through walls for him, and this lot have this season.
Throw in, launch down that right channel. In the end, there has to be cleared
Chris
away.
Arthur's done well out there. The Aldershot man had the half a pace on him, but Arthur still got there first.
Yeah, some very good defending, must be said, from all of those Sittingbourne players so far. They're still drawing 0-0 with Aldershot Town in the FA Trophy quarter-final. And really what is a glorious day to match, but we're yet to see that one glorious moment for either side as the throw-in gets play restarted, and there's a jump on the back there from Barham on Graham, so the referee will bring it back, give a free kick. Again, you feel it's been a bit stop-start really, a lot of the ball going out of play, and there's not really been too many moments where some neat, intricate...
Let's be brutally honest, at the moment from what we've seen, these are two evenly matched sides.
Yeah, no, it's a very fair point to make.
I know there's so many league positions between the two, but anybody who came in today and didn't know which side was playing which colour, apart maybe from the way Barham's movement up front is superb, you wouldn't be able to tell.
As Kingsford looks to return the ball to Bochi with that back heel, gets dispossessed, and again, all Aldershot can do is clear the ball right out of play and award Sittingbourne a throw-in to, again...
Being old-fashioned, though, Freddie, if you kick it out, the opposition can't score.
That is a very fair point. No, and also, well, when you've got the ball, the opposition can't score at the same time. But looks as if we'll see a long throw here from Graham, just drying the ball under his shirt. A lot of red and black shirts have gone into the penalty area. Graham's throw up towards the edge of the 6-yard box, flicks behind, and that'll be another Sittingbourne corner, their third of the game. But can they make it count this time around?
But again, it's another one, a throwing coming out of the shadow into the light. And I know we're on our gantry, we're very blessed by a lovely bar that's just keeping the sun out of our eyes. It is very bright out there, and for defenders to get on the end of that head, I think Mark Owens did well, actually.
He did, he certainly did. As Hamill stands over the corner, he lofts it up in the air towards the back post. Bochi gets a head to it. That one drops behind, didn't get enough of a strong connection on it as he went up, perhaps a little bit too early.
I was going to say, jumped a bit early, didn't he?
He did, yeah. No, it did seem it when he went up, as that drops behind for the goal kick, but still, so far, as you said, it's been a very even game so far. There's not been too many moments which perhaps have set apart these sides at all, and really we're still awaiting that first real moment of pure quality that looks like that could be the one to win it for these sides.
Yeah, very much so. It was a bit late.
Play again has continued. The referee just waves on. Long ball forward in search of Barham. Again, really good defending from Smith, who's able to clear it away. Only as far as Widrington. Frost again back to him. But once again, Sittingbourne, they've just forced Aldershot back there. They've forced them to play into their own half. They really are, with credit to them. They're sticking to the game plan clearly, and they're doing it with good execution.
Indeed. I think it was one of the things that Ryan insisted on in pre-season was his side was going to be fit. and I think you can see already in this first half how they're keeping pace with a full-time side. But it's going to get more and more intriguing as the tie goes on.
Barrett in possession, happy again just to play it backwards as Aldershot again look to use their patience and their time to play through these areas of space to break down the Sittingbourne midfield and defensive third. Again, they'll look to use their width with Frost, who's up against Jones. It's been a real intriguing battle between those two so far in this game. As Widrington and Magoma again exchange passes. And now Aldershot have gone from left to right. First time pass from Hargreaves. Finds Barham. Happy to lay it off as Aldershot playing some neat football here. Widrington ventures forward. Neat pass to find Jones. Now with Frost on this near side. He gets away from Jones. Low cross, just about cleared away by Lacombo out for the Aldershot throw. But that's got their fans with a bit louder, perhaps feeling a bit more belief now.
Any time I saw when your side's patiently building up the way Aldershot have been forced to do this afternoon, the fans have got to be patient as well. And I'm sure the people watching us are probably feeling exactly the same thing.
As forward again come the shots as they look to upset the upsetters of the FA Trophy this season.
That's easy for you to say.
Yes, it is, yeah. It's played back for Woodhouse. It's inside the Sittingbourne half. Lovely pass to break through the defensive third as it's been recovered though by Lacombo, not fully cleared, but that comes right back off the head of Woodhouse and will drop behind for another goal kick.
That was an important touch from Donny Jones in there as that ball was played forward. But I think, I know I keep using the word patient, but I think that's what Aldershot have got to be, because they are getting a lot of the ball. They are pulling the Sittingbourne defence around the field, but they and in a way, it's like we mentioned earlier on, we were going to get one decent chance at half in this game, and so will Aldershot.
No, it's usually with the law of averages, that's how it should go in a game of football. And if neither side can get one chance to win a game, then really that is something. But we're still going to wait and see. As you've just said there, Mike, everyone's just got to be patient, as that's a brilliant challenge from El Magarbel. The layoff there from Kingsford couldn't find its intended target. Howard still applying the pressure on the keeper Dewhurst, who shanked his clearance and he's stepped in, and there may be the chance here. It's Kingsford in the penalty area, but he's lost his footing. But great defending there, must be said.
Magnificent defending by Armitage, it really was. Ryan had the goal at his mercy after the mistake. But I think it's interesting, it's Woodhouse again down his right hand side. Down his left hand side in front of us. He did brilliantly to intercept the ball, and then went missing for a couple of seconds, and the ball was played in behind him.
Very unfortunate for Kingsford there. Got played in after the mistake from Dewhurst. Shank clearance, and everyone just tried to cheer him on as that block from Magoma sees the ball drop out of the playing facilities.
Isn't that battle between Kingsford and Mahoma getting better and better by the minute?
It certainly is. There's been so many good battles, even the one between Jones and Frost on this near side. It's happened all game. It's just been absolutely great. So many individual battles on that pitch. They've all been really entertaining.
Yeah, and Woodhouse throws Howard to the floor, and okay.
The referee, Aaron Bannister, he has been very happy to let things go so far, hasn't he?
I think you can tell he's a Football League referee, can't you? I think I was right reading earlier on, he's refereed 6 League One games this year and 7 League Two games or something along those lines. Far higher, obviously, ranking referee than we normally get here at Woodstock.
No, you can tell. That's when you know it's a big game when those referees are brought out.
I could tell you what I think. Well, I don't think I know it's a big game, but I think I might embarrass a few people. I'll tell you later.
Okay. As Kingsford picks up possession for Sittingbourne, but he's been dispossessed. And again, Frost there, he's completely shanked his pass, and Jones is away from him, and Jones plays it forward. Kingsford back to Jones in the penalty area. Jones gets his shot away. There was a brilliant chance for Bochy at the back post. Slid in, got connection on it, but he's put it wide, and he's actually in a bit of discomfort here. Bochy slid in, and he's actually hit the advertising boards behind the goal, so he's down in a bit of a heap. But a brilliant chance there on the counter-attack. But again, it comes from a moment where there's a loose pass from an Aldershot man, and they almost capitalise.
It's come down this right-hand side for Brickies again, hasn't it? We've been talking about Paul Woodhouse not enjoying himself too much. Jones has got him behind him, and I think for a fullback, I know Don V was our top goal scorer 2 years ago, believe it or not, from fullback. I think he just shanked his chance. He shanked his chance, and the ball to the back of the post, where Bochy was arriving, just couldn't reach it. That might be our chance for the first half.
It could well be, and it was a really good chance as well after Frost completely miskicked the pass, and that allowed Jones to venture down this near side, just couldn't guide an effort goalward, and Bochy slid in, got contact on the ball, but couldn't find its intended target. As Bochy now, he's had to wait to be told just to re-enter the play by the fourth official.
Yeah, it's one of these 30-second rules, isn't it? The goal stay for 30 seconds.
Yeah, it will be.
I'm not sure if I agree with that, but it's safeguarding after all, isn't it? And that's what you want.
Yeah, no, but player safety, of course, is one of the most important things in the game. As Bochy has come over now back to the halfway line, seems like he'll be okay to continue. But in the meantime, Sittingbourne are playing with 10 as Aldershot look to venture forward. Here's Frost on the near side. He's looking to get away from his marker. The low cross is right into the gloves of the goalkeeper. And Bochy will now re-enter the play, and it's back to 11 against 11.
Tommy Witherington, all smartly dressed up in his suit to our left, just stood there with his arms open. And I think that basically sums up that cross, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Clearly couldn't find the intended target. Clearly wasn't as good as it needed to be. As the ball was again pumped long by Aaron Jones for Aldershot. And Barrett may be in here. It's a really good bit of defending from Lacombo, but the flag was up anyway.
I know the flag's gone up, but did you notice the way Barrett hesitated? Just as he went towards the ball, he hesitated. I don't know if he'd kept going, he'd got there first or not, but there was just that split, wasn't there?
There was, yes. I think maybe he didn't see the flag go up straight away and thought, oh, maybe I'm okay here.
Does that annoy you as much as it annoys me?
It can do, yes.
Someone's going to get seriously hurt until that law gets changed, but don't get me on that soapbox.
As the ball is again played long by Sittingbourne, and the goalkeeper Dewhurst just about to get there. His clearance does find a teammate in a yellow shirt. It's a great show of strength there from Hamill to keep the ball, get away from his man, find a teammate in Arthur, and his long ball takes a touch off an Aldershot man. It's out for another throw, and Sittingbourne still here. They're weathering the storm. Can they just create one more chance for the half?
They're growing into the half, aren't they?
Yeah.
The home side. I do think Dewhurst has got to be a bit sharper off his goal line, because I think the way Brickies are pressing them, the defence are going to need the goalkeeper in full voice and mobile. Definitely.
And he has made a few little sloppy errors, the goalkeeper.
It's just all over with Aldershot, isn't it? It's almost, they instead of going on the B of the bang, they're going on the A of the bang to think about things.
As Jones clears it away, but it's not the best clearance as Frost brings it down on his touch, but that drops right out.
I'm going to tempt fate now. With us standing here, right on above the halfway line, above the fourth official, I'm amazed we haven't been hit by the ball yet.
I agree with that. Completely agree with that. If you hear a loud bang on the microphone,
it's us diving out the way, folks.
Yeah. There's a long throw again played by Sittingbourne. It's Jones in possession for the Brickies. Neat footwork, but can't find a teammate.
It's the strength from Aldershot there, wasn't it? Because they showed their professional strength, and Donny had nowhere to go.
And now here's Jones, plays it infield for Witherington. To play it back for Hargreaves. And now Woodhouse will venture forward, plays it again to this near side for Frost. Turns onto his right foot. Hargreaves now coming forward for Aldershot. Neat ball into the area where Barrett's lurking, lays it back, cross comes in, not fully dealt with. Hargreaves gets there, ball up in the air, and still not fully dealt with as Jones plays a lovely reverse pass, but it can't find Barrett, and he's overhit that one and again drops behind for the goal kick. But that was the first time there where Aldershot, their patience really worked for them. They got up to the edge of the area, but this didn't seem like they wanted to shoot from outside the box.
Do you think there was probably 2 or 3 passes more in that move?
I think so.
There probably should have been. All right, I think there's being patient, which is what we've both been preaching since the word go. But I think the Aldershot especially have got to know when to have a go.
As Bochi goes up, unable to get a full header on it. Again, it just drops for a man in a yellow shirt, booted forward as the ball's played over the line, and there may be a chance here for Howard. He's bearing down on goal.
Great tackle. Great tackle.
Really good from Woodhouse there.
I think also, I'm not sure Kingsford wasn't offside. A coming back scenario, another offside rule that I can't abide, but I think I know we've been critical of Woodhouse for a lot of this first half, but that was a class tackle.
Yeah, very good defending from him. He was able to get back in time and slide in, get the touch on it. As Jones plays the throw in short to Kingsford. His cross towards the near post, found Bochi. Or it was good defending from Armitage. He got there and cleared the ball behind for a corner. But again, the men in the red and black just lurking in the 18-yard box. They just can't get that final touch on it, though.
There was a super ball in from Kingsford down the right-hand side, and Bochi tried to get his foot round in front of Armitage. Defender's done really well there.
Chance for Sittingbourne to get a goal from this set piece. It's their 4th corner of the game, and Hamill stands over it, but the goalkeeper, Dewhurst, has been pushed over in the 18-yard box, and as expected, the referee will bring it back and give a free kick.
A bit cynical there, Fred, as expected.
Well, it's usually that is what tends to happen when a goalkeeper does go down from a set piece like that.
Oh, it does. And as a goalkeeper myself, nowhere near this sort of standard, but that does annoy me. But no, and I think we can be satisfied with the football we've seen so far. It hasn't been an absolute classic, but my goodness, it's enthralling.
It certainly has. Been end-to-end, really, even if there's not been many efforts on goal or quality moments. But as me and you have both said, will sound like broken records. It's all about patience.
Yeah, I think it is. And it's all about the prize as well, isn't it? Because, let's face it, the winner today, stating the very obvious, is 90 minutes from the arch.
They are, and that's what every team dreams of, regardless of what level you are, whether you play in the FA Cup, FA Trophy, even FA Vars. There's any team wants to get to Wembley, and these sides, as you've just said there, with a win, can get exactly that. As Bochi's just volleyed the ball into his own teammate, into the back of El Magarbel, but Sittingbourne have been able to ride out the danger, clear it up the pitch, looking for Kingsford, who's collided there with Woodhouse. There's a clash of heads, and the referee will just stop the game. Kingsford going over to Woodhouse, just showing his, just being apologetic to him. But again, those two, they do seem to be clashing heads quite a bit, Woodhouse and Kingsford.
But it's one of those. I do wonder why did the referee have to stop it? I know there's what's the word I'm looking for? The protocols and everything else regarding head injuries. But surely, when the ball's rebounded like that and both players are just picking themselves up, let the game flow. Because I think that's been the problem with this game at the moment. It's not been allowed to flow, really.
The ball is pumped long from the Aldershot free kick. Widrington goes up. Still the ball's up in the air. It's more head ball than football at the moment. Oh, that's a nasty clash there. Chris Arthur has jumped in. He's been given the first yellow card of the game. He's gone in, and he, in all fairness, he has barged him over, led with the shoulder, so you feel maybe that's a fair yellow card to be given.
Yeah, it was a silly foul, wasn't it? It was a silly foul, and Chris probably should know better with his experience. But it is what happens when the pressure begins to grow. 11 red and black shirts behind the ball. Oh, sorry, mate. And I say that, and Troy Howard walks towards halfway and making me a liar.
It's typical though. This commentator's curse always happens. But there's 3 different players in a yellow shirt eyeing this one up. There's Barrett is the main man, just readjusting the position of the ball. Looks like it'll be a bit of a longer run up than expected, so he may look to smash this one and use power. Barrett steps up, powers it right into the wall, but it will drop for Frost in the 18-yard box. Frost's cross takes a slight touch up in the air, not fully cleared,
Yes.
but a free kick given there.
Now, I was watching Tommy Woodrington at that point because he'd moaned bitterly about the foul that got Chris Arthur just booked there. And an Aldershot player did exactly the same on Liam Smith in there, and he's moaning about the free kick being given.
Well, when it's against your team, I guess it's a lot easier to do, isn't it? As we, just in front of us, we will see the electronic board go up. We'll see how much added time we'll have for this first half. Still 0-0 between Sittingbourne and Aldershot.
I hope that's the fourth official telling us 1 minute rather than telling us we're not very good.
Yeah, maybe. I'd like to think it'll be a minute. I don't think he's that mean of a bloke.
Seems like a nice chap, doesn't he?
He does, yes. It's a shame he's getting quite a lot of abuse. As forward goes Sittingbourne with Kingsford. He's on the right-hand side. Kingsford's first time cross is under hit. Just can't find anyone in a red and black shirt. It will be a minute of added time. Still 0-0, but there, Kingsford, so much room to work with. If anything, it's a bit of a wonder how he didn't get it right. But away you go, Aldershot up the other end. It's laid back for Jones in the penalty area, and there's the first goal! Smashed in by Ryan Jones on the counter-attack. As Sittingbourne went up one end, and the cross-in couldn't find its intended man. Up went the shots down the other end. Really neat hold-up play by Barham. Laid it off for Ryan Jones, who makes no mistake. Smashes it through the gloves of Rocco Rees. And in added time of the first half, it's Aldershot who get the opener. And they lead by 1-0 in the FA Trophy quarter-final.
Long ball from Woodhouse out the back. He can play, I told you. But no, in all seriousness, it wasn't dealt with, was it? And who was it? It was Barham again. In behind the back, he knew exactly what he was doing. Ball's laid back, thumped home. It's what Aldershot, as a professional side, should be doing.
We will probably now have a bit more added time, and there's a shank clearance up the other end as the keepers come out, and the free kick is awarded in Aldershot's favour, even though that looked as if Dewhurst had collided with Howard there, but the referee gives the decision in the opposite way, and as you'd expect, that's met with a lot of disagreement.
I'm saying nothing. I'm being diplomatic and saying nothing.
You can even hear there the Sittingbourne fans, they making their feelings felt on Marcus Dewhurst.
I suppose we did say about 10 minutes ago, didn't we, that Dewhurst needs to come out and command his penalty area a bit more.
We did, but I think there's different ways of going about it, you feel.
Oh, you're getting diplomatic.
Yeah, maybe we are. Yeah, we ought to be careful. Howard is still down on the deck here, which is a real shame for Sittingbourne because he has been a real thorn in Aldershot's side.
Now, can I ask a very silly question?
Of course.
You've got a man down in stoppage time, deep into stoppage time. Why don't the referee just blow the half-time whistle and be done with it?
There was only 1 minute added as well. I think it's a fair point to ask, and you can just have treatment continue rather than maybe play have to restart, and we'll have to have added time onto the added time, but that's allowed a few players to come over, have a quick drinks break, go over the tactics, and
I guess this is where we should say thank you to everybody watching this from around the world, isn't it?
Certainly we should. Really, really massive thank you to anyone who has purchased a match pass to watch this here via your instant replay. It's a pleasure to be here and be able to be part of the team that can bring it to you. And if you're not long joining us, it's 1-0 to Aldershot. The goal from Ryan Jones in first half stoppage time, the difference. We are still in it, but concerning for the Brickies, Troy Howard is down after a collision with the Aldershot keeper Marcus Dewhurst. He is now back up to his feet. They exchange a high five and a little pat on the back, but looks as if he may continue here, Howard. He's not moving with any bit of a limp. He seems to be okay, and I guess he'll have the benefit of a 15-minute break coming up soon.
Well, let's face it, the referee's now going to make him go off for 30 seconds, and I would imagine that as soon as Chua takes the free kick, we're going to be at half time.
He probably will. I would imagine so. There's usually how it happens.
But going back to the goal, didn't Jones show some composure?
He did.
He could have easily snatched at that, but there was only one thought in his mind: to hit it hard, hit it straight, and goodness me, it flew into the net.
It was really good hold-up play from Barham as well. He's arguably been the best player on the pitch so far. Just held it up really nicely, got on the end of the long ball and was able to find a teammate. Just real composure from the pair of them. As there is the half-time whistle here at the Staxon Stadium, and the difference is a goal from Ryan Jones. The Brickies, they need to come back if they are to go into the FA Trophy semi-final, but at half-time it is the higher-ranked side who lead. It's Sittingbourne 0, Aldershot Town 1, and just before we have our stop for half-time, what did you make of that overall, really?
I think I'm disappointed, obviously, Aldershot took the lead right in the stroke of half-time, because it's always a horrible time to concede, isn't it? But did their player in the 45 minutes deserve a lead? Possibly. We've had a couple of great chances from Joe Boachi, but it didn't go into that list. But it's only one goal. We're still very much in it. The Aldershot management side just down below us there, in deep thought and deep conversation going into the dressing room before they get there. I think they've posed a lot of questions which Ryan's going to ask. Ryan Maxwell's going to have to work out in the dressing room down there. But I also think the Brickies have posed Aldershot possibly a few more problems than I expected.
No, they certainly have. But at half-time here at the Staxon Stadium in the FA Trophy quarter-final, it's Sittingbourne 0, Aldershot Town 1.
I could hear you saying there's injury time coming up, so I was like, just I'm sure about that actually. Right, give me 10 seconds then.
All right, mate.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Players back out here at the Staxon Stadium. Aldershot leading by a goal 2-0 courtesy of Ryan Jones. The Brickies looking to get back into this one, bring things level, maybe even come from behind and win it. If they are to do so, of course, as we've already mentioned, they'd be in the semi-final. It would be the 6th time in 9 rounds this season where they would have beaten a team higher ranked than them. Doesn't look as if there'll be any changes at the interval. So Troy Howard, who went down just before the break after a nasty collision with Aldershot keeper Marcus Dewhurst, he's still on the pitch. Looks as if he may be okay to continue.
And that's good news for the Brickies, obviously, because he, as we've been discussing during half-time, he was one of the better ones in red and black in the first half. It's good to see our sombrero man down there, Clive, in such good voice, isn't it?
He is. That's actually amazing to see. I think he's even got a little cardboard cutout of the Sittingbourne badge.
Oh, really?
I think I saw him holding it up.
Well, Clive's a local legend. You can hear him every game. And just as the second half starts out there, I just got to tell you one quick story. We had an away game at Sevenoaks earlier in the season. Sevenoaks got a great big grass bank behind one of the goals outside the ground. It was pouring with rain all night. Clive was the only one on it, and he didn't stop singing the whole night.
Well, let's hope he'll be singing all night tonight as well if the Brickies can bring this one back. The second half is underway. The Brickies 1-0 down here at the Staxon Stadium against Aldershot in the FA Trophy quarter-final, as both these sides look to go to just be one game away from the Wembley Arch. As Rocco Rees plays his goal kick long, but the header on from Bochi can't find a teammate. And Sittingbourne again will go along with it. Magoma, Aldershot centre-half, able just to nod that one down, and in the end it's cleared up the pitch by Luca Woodhouse, but he's cleared that one off the pitch, and that'll be awarded as a throw-in.
Mahomes has been absolutely awesome, hasn't he hasn't missed a thing in the air all game yet.
As he's just won another one there, and that may actually set up an Aldershot attack. But the defending from Kingsford, good, but he can't get it away from Ryan Jones, who's crossed in towards the 18-yard box, ends up hitting the roof of the net. But Magoma there, even just talking to all of his teammates, just giving the orders, and you expect that for someone with his experience. He's played in the Football League, 27 years old. He even played out in Poland for 2 years. So
27? Goodness me, he's been around forever.
Yeah. No, he certainly knows his way around. He even joined Aldershot from their big rivals Eastleigh. So someone who made the move over. Clearly a player they rated very highly.
In some respects, that's like Richie Hamill joining us from Sheppey last summer.
It is definitely his. As Kingsford looks to win the ball back, but he's slipped in the turf. An Aldershot again will counter, but the pass from Widrington just can't find Barrett, who lost his footing in the turf. And Sittingbourne again will play forward. Long ball from Arthur. His knee down by Kingsford. He's gone down. The referee gives nothing. Again, he's happy to let play just continue. Lacombo hooks it up in the air, looking for Beachy. The ball brought down on the halfway line really neatly by Hamill, but he's been dispossessed by the goal scorer, Ryan Jones. And there's 2 Aldershot players who have gone down here. Ryan Jones was one of them. As Elmer Garble, the Sittingbourne man, is trying to plead his innocence.
But that's 2... OK, Liam Smith's about to be booked. But surely, wasn't that just a collision between 2 Aldershot players?
It looked like one, because those 2 just seemed to run into each other and both ended up going down. As Kingsford there, he's just trying to have a word with the 4th official about the collision that he felt should have been a foul. But
well, he's got a point, because the Aldershot man had both arms over his shoulders when the ball was played up to him. And we've talked about consistency, haven't we, all game? The referee was giving those to both sides first half, and now he's not.
It's the free kick taken quickly
Good one
by
too.
Barrett. Really good indeed, as Barham looks to try and cross the ball in from that right side. But that cross deflected. Will go behind for an Aldershot corner.
Richie Hamill did well tracking back there, because the Brickies back line went to sleep.
And it will be the goal scorer, Ryan Jones. Stood over this corner. He raises both arms in the air, swings it towards the goalkeeper's 6-yard box. Reese is able to punch it away, and Kingsford, who did have a bit more time than maybe he first thought, he just volleys the ball out of play for a throw-in, but his manager just below us telling him, just calm down, you had time there, just take it easy, no need to rush, as Widrington lays it off. The shot comes in, as took a deflection. It was Barrett who
That was a
got his volley.
wonderful ball from Widrington. I'll tell you what, in all seriousness, Freddie, I think Widrington is one of the unsung heroes in the Aldershot side this afternoon. He's just sitting in front of the back four, and some of those little knocks and some of those little balls he's providing have been magnificent.
Portsmouth Academy graduate is Widrington, joined the club from Kings Lynn in the summer of 2023.
Followed his dad from Kings Lynn, didn't he?
He did. As in comes that corner from the left side, and that's right into the gloves of the keeper, Reese, and rightfully there, Mike, you were a bit concerned because that looked as if Reese caught the ball and then nearly walked into the back of his own net.
It was strange, wasn't it? Because he caught the ball and then turned round. But again, as I'm talking now, we see another example there of the defender being all over the back of Troy Howard. The referee gives absolutely nothing.
There, the referee again happy to let play run. Aaron Bannister. As again, Aldershot in possession. That is a really poor pass, that, from Cameron Hargreaves. He's completely shanked that, but he's kicked it right out of play for a Sittingbourne throw. I don't know how on earth maybe he must have got the sun in his eyes, because that one he completely, not only did he kick it the wrong way, he kicked it the wrong the wrong way and the wrong place. It just complete hash of a pass.
There's a bit of afters, I think, going on over there between Troy Howard and one of the Aldershot players. Sorry about that clank, guys. That's my pen and my notebook disappearing.
Oh dear. As play will resume, and there's just a bit of a push there. You could just looking at Elmer Garble and Ryan Jones. Those two, they just had a little push off the ball. They were almost giving each other a bit of a death stare before that as well.
I think they've been at each other's throats all afternoon, haven't they?
They have, yeah. It's very much tensions rising in a very fiery game with a lot riding on it, as Jones plays it forward, and there's a
Great pace.
really good turn of pace by Frost, but good defending from the
That's
combo
shocking.
to be level to it. A corner given rather than what many thought was a goal kick.
Me included, I'm sorry. From this angle at least, the ball didn't deviate at all as Henry Lacombo went across it, and the referee still giving the corner.
And if you can imagine, if Aldershot end up scoring from this, the reaction from those Sittingbourne fans behind that goal, they didn't believe it was a corner whatsoever.
I think the reaction from Ryan Maxwell may be heard by listeners around the world.
Yeah, it probably does. And as you may hear there, the thoughts of the referee being made known by those Sittingbourne fans as the corner is played short. Really neat routine on the shot.
What a waste.
Flashed
What a
over the
waste.
bar by Barrett in the end. That one ends up well over and well wide. But that's a shame, really, because it was, as you said there, a waste, because that was really neat play on that short corner.
Widrington again, though, wasn't it? That little through ball for Barrett to run onto. He's got to hit the target. I know there's people between him and the goal, but coming in there with that space in the 18-yard box, he's got to make Rocco make a save, surely.
Has to. That's a really big waste in the end. That effort from Josh Barrett flashed well over the bar as the goal kick launched forward by Reese. Dispossessed the Brookies. Again, Aldershot go along with the ball up in the air. Nasty collision of heads between Ryan Jones.
I don't know so much it was the heads, Freddie. I think it was because Jones almost led with his arm rather than anything else. And Liam Smith's quite right. He just turned around to the referee and said, "You just booked me for that. Where's your consistency?"
Even though the set piece is deep inside Sittingbourne's half, Hamill will stand over it. Dangerous ball towards that back post. And there's another collision there as Dewhurst, the keeper, went down.
Why is the referee making a thing of it and waving play on like that? Because everybody's going to stay up and he'll give a free kick there.
Now there's claims of handball, and there's a bit of pushing and shoving now as Richie Hamill went down on the deck, the Sittingbourne man. He's back up to his feet. It was Jack Barham who went down after that. And this game now, the tensions are rising, and there's a bit more flavour added to this pot.
A bit more spice,
Yes.
I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's getting a bit spicy. I think Mr. Bannister's got to be very careful, because this is there's beginning to get some undercurrents out there that could well boil over.
They certainly could, but you feel as if maybe at any moment this could boil over. The second half has had a lot of those, a lot of free kicks given for nasty collisions. We saw a few in the first half as well. You just get the sense that tensions could really continue to rise and come to a big blow at once.
Oh, sorry, I'm laughing because of Tommy Widrington's face. As the ball's gone to the edge of the penalty area, you've got our old friend Mr. Woodhouse and Bagassan Graham there, and the Aldershot man's just thrown the Sittingbourne captain to the floor. They got the free kick, but he didn't need to do it.
Reese boots that free kick forward, Sittingbourne's keeper. Howard can't get full control on it. Again, it's played long, headed up by Chris Arthur. And now Lacumbo able to clear it long. Flicked on, neat header by Howard. Now Kingsford, he's played it back to Howard, but he just can't get his footing right. Almost stamped on the ball itself and ended up losing the ball, as Aldershot have done really well to play out of the press. They boot the ball long, but again it's a half chance for Sittingbourne that they just cannot end up taking. And as Jones is caught out of position, Frost will play it forward into Barrett on the edge of the 18-yard box. Back for Frost, now in the possession of Hargreaves. He lays it off neatly for the goal scorer Ryan Jones. He's got away from his man, fires a shot in at the near post, but that comes back off the side netting. But again, it's an Aldershot chance that comes within seconds of Sittingbourne up one end. They play it long, they just get the wrong touch that we saw with Howard. Just trapped the ball and stamped on it and lost his footing in doing so. But then after they play out the press, one long ball, and Aldershot almost get themselves a second goal.
Yeah, I think what you got to remember at the moment, I know it's Ryan's choice and the rest of it, but the Brickies are playing with one up front at the moment. He's got two number 9 sitting on the bench. And I do wonder how long it will be before we see Aziz or may come on, just to give Kingsford a bit of support up there.
A really cheap free kick given away by Armitage as play resumed there, just pushed Kingsford in the back.
Aldershot are doing a lot of that though, aren't they?
Well, maybe that's just what they're taught. That could be the difference as you go up the non-league ladder and you get closer to the Football League. You start learning those dark arts. As the free kick is swung in towards the back post, Bochy rather, gets his head on it. It was a glancing header. That one ends up going well wide of the post, but that's a sort of chance where Sittingbourne, they've not had many in the game, and those ones, for Bochy, it is a free header. He went up and was the only man who was ever going to get his head to the ball, but just couldn't get enough conviction or guidance on it.
But again, he's not a true number 9. He's false 9, I think. I hate that saying, by the way. But here we go again, Aldershot come again.
Now in the possession of Aaron Jones. He plays it up the line in search of Barham. Doesn't know well to hold it up, but he gives away possession. Bochy able to play the first time pass, but the clearance is shanked right at Widrington. Now Hargreaves for Aldershot. Plays it wide for Frost up against Jones. He gets beyond him, looks to try and fizz across into the box. It's deflected, and in the end cleared away. Kingsford goes up, but he can't steal the ball off Armitage, and Kingsford, as he flicked the leg up, Armitage went down, clearly felt a bit of contact there. He's down on the deck with his head in his hands.
Was that your sniper's rifle or mine when the way went down there?
Well, it
Or was it
mine.
the cameraman upstairs? No, all right, there was contact. Yes, I agree. The foot was high, and yes, it was a free kick. But do we really need this?
Well, I guess for precaution and player safety, the game has got to be stopped, in all fairness, if it is a head injury. But Armitage, he is back up.
Give me his dues. It was brave. It was brave for him to put his head down there. It really was. But I know possibly when Ryan Maxwell was playing, even when Tommy Widrington was playing, you'd laugh if that was given as a free kick.
There's Jones there. He was the only man stood over that free kick, and
He done it himself well, didn't he?
jinked away from it and then ran back and took it. It's delivered towards that far side of the pitch. But in the end, it's kept in play by Jones, who's happy to smash it down the byline, and will drop out for a throw-in, and perhaps maybe you think he didn't maybe necessarily have to do that, because that was going to be a Sittingbourne ball if he did leave it.
It was an ideal angle from us, wasn't it, from this angle? It definitely came off a yellow shirt, but hey-ho, and we keep going.
Still Aldershot who have the lead. They're a goal up, courtesy of Ryan Jones in this FA Trophy quarter-final against Sittingbourne. The ball was played long. Hamill's feeling the after effects of that as he stayed in the surface. He is back up to his feet now, and Aldershot will continue the play. Widrington, neat reverse pass infield. Here is the goal scorer, Ryan Jones. He's happy to lay it off for Luca Woodhouse. Aldershot again will just hold in possession, take their time with it. Widrington plays it wide, and he finds the captain, Aaron Jones, as he tries to jink away from his man. Widrington, the inside channel ball. It's laid off by Barrett to find Ryan Jones. Left-footed cross into the penalty area, not fully dealt with. Hargreaves on the edge of the box, twisting and turning. Plays it back for Woodhouse, who looked like he might line up a wrong-range effort, but the pass is cut out by Jones. Kingsford gets away from his man. Back with Jones, really good footwork. And on goes Jones, he's away from Magoma, but the defender slays his arms on him, brings him down, and it's a cynical one from Magoma, and the referee rightfully will give him a yellow card for halting the play.
He knew what he was doing, didn't he? Years of experience. I'm sure with great respect to dear Chris. I'm sure he's probably been booked like that a few times down the years, don't you?
Yeah, every player does. Something you're taught from young.
Especially when it's 40 yards out from goal wide on the left.
Yeah, exactly. And when you're in danger of being counter-attacked, either the ball or the man can get past me, but never both, I believe, is how the age-old saying goes, as that free kick is a poor one. It's right at the first man from Hamill, and in the end it's just booted out for a Sittingbourne throw.
I think I'll agree with the comments from out the Aldershot management team down below us. I won't repeat it, but it just wasn't very good.
No, it wasn't the best bit of decision-making, must be said. There's the throw from Jones up in the air. Howard goes up to win the flick on, but all he can do is head it right out of play. Lord Aldershot throwing of their own to have possession back. And a message from their coaching staff, do it quickly, and they have done, as they've switched from the far side over to this near one. It's plenty of time for Aaron Jones on the ball. He plays a lovely diagonal ball up to the edge of the 18-yard box.
Chris Arthur did well there, because Liam Smith had to make the first header, and Arthur was quickest to react.
Always Howard has picked up on that loose header from Magoma, now with Kingsford for Sittingbourne. Howard gets it back, but he can't play the return pass. Good defending again from Magoma. Got his body in the way and was able to rebound it out.
But it's Magoma again, isn't it? He's all the way across that back line, and I just wonder, will there be one instance where he's not there?
It's going to be a tough one for Aldershot if he isn't, because he's really had such a strong game for them in that defensive third. As Elmer Garble, he's in trouble running back towards his own goal. He has kept the ball, and it's flicked on for Howard. Maybe a chance for a cross from the right wing. He does, but it's again, there's Magoma. We'll just sound like broken records saying that man's name all afternoon. He's been a real, just been a rock. Yeah, there's no other word for him. As Bochy picks up the ball, but he just again can't get his footing right, but he steals it off Magoma. Bochy gets away from one man, twisting and turning with the ball at his feet. He's been dispossessed, and play will continue, and forward will come Aldershot, but there's a loose pass from them, but the man is brought down off the ball, so a free kick will be given. But Bochy there, how unlucky, did so well to steal the ball, but then just couldn't have a passing option, and perhaps just did a bit too much with it.
Indeed. I think in some aspects of Sittingbourne at the moment are like Aldershot were first half. They want one too many passes. And how's that worthy of a yellow card with some of the things we've seen so far?
Maybe. It's been an interesting one from the referee.
You can tell it's a referee from a different level to where we all used to be playing anyway. Let me leave it at that.
As Sittingbourne looking to get themselves back level in this one. They trail by a goal to nil in the FA Trophy quarter-final here at the Staxon Stadium, as Magoma for Aldershot, their centre-half, does really well to keep the ball, play the pass. With a flick on there from Barham is deemed to be offside, and his manager says maybe he should just be in a different position.
Maybe. While Rico takes this, can we just quickly say hello to Mark Chapman and all of our Danish brickies who are watching this?
Of course we can.
Mark's been a big supporter of the club despite living in Denmark for quite a few years.
As the ball is played long in search of Howard, but it's really good. Again, Woodhouse just to trap the ball on the surface, keep possession and clear it away. One back by Graham, and he might find Bochi, who has got there first in the area, but his shot is tame and it's a weak one on his left foot, right at the gloves of the goalkeeper Dewhurst. But he's not had a chance all game, has Bochi, the number 9 this afternoon, and we've got one-on-one there with the keeper, and it's the first time really Sittingbourne have had a chance like that, but just can't be taken.
Wouldn't there have been a better option just to roll it to his right to Howard?
Could have been.
That's a great ball.
Great pass from Kingsford, and now off will go Howard. He's got Bochi in the penalty area, who does get there. He's got back up to his feet, but the referee's given a free kick as Armitage felt some form of contact. He went down on the surface. The referee gives it, but again, as you can tell from the reaction, no one concerned with Sittingbourne can believe that's been given as a free kick.
And you're asking me? It looks soft, didn't it? Even you must consider it did look very soft. Yeah. One other person I do want to mention, if I can, is one of our directors, John Pitts, who unfortunately lost his twin brother Peter last year, which is why he got the Peter Pitts stand over the far side.
Lovely touch.
John has been at the club for longer than anybody can remember, along with his brother Peter. But
Kingsford looked to play the ball up in the air there, and Howard just can't get away from his man. Again, it just doesn't drop for Sittingbourne. They've not had that little bit of luck, which maybe you need, as the ball played up in the air by Lacombo, and that's found Jones on the overlap, right wing. Jones low cross, might found Bochi, but he's missed the ball. Howard in the penalty area, can't get his touch on it, and it somehow drops to the gloves of Aldershot's keeper, Marcus Dewhurst, who's getting plenty of applause from the fans and his teammates as well. But how on earth there did the ball not end up resulting in a shot on goal for Sittingbourne?
Will Armitage, in 2 words. The defender got his great foot out, just as Joe was either going to give it to Troy or he would go to go himself. But Armitage was on the floor, he just stuck out a right boot and he took all the pace off the ball and letting the keeper come down and pick it up.
There's Armitage there, he left one foot in the turf and he slipped over on it as the ball launched long. Armitage again gets his head on it, but play resumes. Howard's got there and he might find Kingsford, and he has. Howard finding Kingsford with the reverse pass, but there's no one in the penalty area in red and black. Kingsford's cross does find Bochi, who chests it down. It's flicked on, but it can't find his teammate Elmer Garble. Again, Sittingbourne, they're really growing into this now. They're getting the half chances. They're able to get forward, but that final pass, they just cannot get right. Here's Jones, his cross up in the air. Kingsford with the header up in the air. Drops behind, but he is in an offside position, and a free kick will be given.
Okay. Strange, but never mind. Action below us on the Brickies bench. I see Mitch May is ready to come out, maybe coming on now, top goal scorer.
23 goals in all competitions this season.
Yes, but he's hardly scored since Christmas.
Which
he was unfortunately sent off at Winchester in round 3. Hasn't been able to get it back in the side because we kept scoring goals, and I think he scored once or twice since then.
Well, if there's any time to get yourself another goal,
not much.
What better occasion?
Most definitely. Deep conversations going on down in front of us. Just to follow on that John Pitt story, unfortunately, I say unfortunately, John hasn't been in the country to see us beat the South End because he's been in Australia for 2 months. He's visiting his son. And as we stand here talking now, Mr. Pitts and Mrs. Pitts are somewhere in an aeroplane leaving Melbourne to come home.
Oh, of all days.
Of all days. Yeah, the Brickies substitution is coming down in front of us. It's actually going to be Adi Aziz coming on, and I think it's going to be Joe Boachi coming off.
Aziz signed on a 1-month loan from Billericay, the 31-year-old, over 150 appearances at League 2 level, so a man who has played at a very high level. But off will go Joe Bocci, who really, it's been a frustrating afternoon for him, especially the last 10 minutes. He's had 2 really good chances in the area, but he just couldn't get his footing right and couldn't trap the ball. But now Aziz comes on to lead the line for Sittingbourne, but what difference can he make?
Aziz against Mahoma.
Two
Big guys.
Going to be a really good battle now.
Some crunching challenges, we think, is coming.
As the goal kick taken, free kick rather, to let play resume. The ball booted long up to Aziz, and there's that first battle. Magoma climbing over him to win that header. The ball again, it's just bobbling right up in the air as Jones wins the flick on, but there's Magoma again. Honestly, the amount of times we must have said his name on this broadcast, he by far, if we pick the man of the match, I think he would probably be leading choice.
I think he's streets in front at the moment, isn't he?
He is.
I think he's got to be. I think the way he's covered that machine. Sorry about that struggle from my co-commentator. I'm nearly wrecking the stanchion we're sitting on. All right, hang on.
Nice bit of construction work.
Hey, we're being paid for everything today, aren't we? As long as we don't have to take it down before the cameraman gets down first.
Yeah,
Who incidentally is doing a wonderful job.
He really is. No, he is. He's been brilliant so far. As an Aldershot free kick restarts things. The Shots still leading by 0 in this FA Trophy quarter-final between themselves and Sittingbourne. The Shots just looking to see this out, get one step closer to an FA Trophy semi-final, and be 1 game away from Wembley. The Sittingbourne have got themselves a throw, and you may hear the coaching staff just in front of us in full voice cheering on their team, just urging them on, just keep going, do what you can, make the most of these chances, as Jones launches his throw-in down the line, and all that can be done is Woodhouse go up, nod it down. Aziz gets in front of him and wins a corner. Good play there from the Sittingbourne substitute. They've got
experience.
Certainly.
Experience, that was.
You're spot on.
I think the defender will be disappointed he didn't get a better connection on it. But let's see what happens from here.
Again, Hamill will stand over the corner. Again,
goalkeeper looking straight into the sun now.
He is. It's going to be interesting to see if this one maybe will be delivered right into him. Hamill swings it in, or it's been punched away.
He's done well there, the keeper.
The corner played back. There's a pull there. Was that in the area or outside? It was outside as Hamill was pulled back. That one, I mean, well, from where we are, we can't really see where the lines come out for the edge of the 18-yard box, but now sort of looking as to where that was stood, yeah, that was pretty obvious maybe that was outside of the penalty area.
Is this better than the corner? Because it's a bit closer and the angle's a bit wider, isn't it?
It is a little bit, but arguably...
In all seriousness, I'm sorry to interrupt, the keeper there, he's done remarkably well to get that ball away.
Yeah, had Aziz on him as Hamill takes the free kick. That is right at the head of Widgerington and nodded on by Ryan Jones, but good bit of defensive recovery from El Magarbel to get in there, clear it away. But if you said there just before the free kick was taken, is it perhaps better than a corner? With that delivery, I think that's a pretty conclusive answer.
Yeah, it was one of those where a corner you know how to deliver a ball, but when the ball's 8 or 9 yards forward and closer.
As Aziz flicks it on, Howard looking to give it back to Aziz, Shanks clearance, Kingsford's effort, really good save from Dewhurst, got down really well low to his left hand side, got enough of a touch on it to keep it from going out as well. Really good save, but neat play there again on that far wing, with Howard being at the forefront of it, was able to return it to Kingsford. Low drilled effort, but again Dewhurst, who's barely had to be called into action this afternoon, that was a really smart stop.
And I think also a certain Aldershot defender, who we won't say his name again, just about got some sort of touch on it, because I think he was almost overstretched there.
Dewhurst will punt the ball long, looking for a man in a yellow shirt. Hamill flicks it on, and Jones just about gets there first, but he's been dispossessed. Kingsford with the flick on. It's a shanked clearance up in the air from Hargreaves, and it's been recollected by Jones, who might find Howard, who's in, but the flag has gone right up. Howard has put the ball in the back of the net, but I think even he knew before he shot that flag went up. It was a tight one, and anyone who's watching will have the benefit of a replay to see it. But that one there wasn't just a little bit tight.
Where is my VAR screen?
I wish I had one.
No, all seriousness, close again. The margins are getting closer and closer, aren't they?
Yeah, and Troy Howard must be said. This second half definitely been at the forefront of things. The Sittingbourne wide man, he's causing a lot of issues, but again, they just can't get it right. Sittingbourne, as they really have grown into it second half. Arguably, have been the better team in this second half, but just cannot get that final touch.
So I think all the time it's 1-0. Those brickies behind that goal down the far end there have got the same hope and belief that I have.
They've been amazing.
Apologies to all the Aldershot fans, obviously.
Yeah, the Brickies fans have been amazing this afternoon. They've not stopped singing. They've come out in really good numbers, and you have to credit them, as Aldershot have won themselves a corner after a cross deflected off the Sittingbourne man, and maybe a chance to double their lead and really kill things off now for the Shots, and look to all but confirm their place in the FA Trophy semi-final.
The Shots, I think, are about to make a substitution. The fourth official's got one of their cards in his hand, but the substitute's gone and sat back down because of the corner.
It's swung in by Barrett, up in the air. There's almost a free header. Oh, and the ball's gone in! The free header from Armitage glanced onto that far post. Was a really good header, nodded it down into the surface, and at full stretch, Reese, who did get a touch on it, but he couldn't keep it out. And Aldershot from the set piece have doubled their lead. Armitage with the header, and now it's really even more of an uphill battle for the Brickies. It's 2-0 to Aldershot, and Armitage doubles their lead.
And isn't that the difference between the two sides? What we saw at one end, where the ball was just paid back, and Mahoman just got the touch on it. And at that, the ball's come in, there's jostling at the front post, Armitage, the freedom of the box at the back. I think actually, in hindsight, when he looks back at it, he might be disappointed he didn't get more on it. But it's gone in the back of the net. Bricky's making his substitution down in front of us, with Mr. Troy Howard coming off and Mitch May coming on. Now the Brickies need a hero.
They certainly do, and will it be their top scorer for the season? Mitch May, 23 goals this season in all competitions. On he comes in place of Troy Howard, who's arguably been the Brickies' best player this afternoon, but now really you just sense that it will be playing for pride and maybe trying to avoid it getting any worse for the Brickies. They're now 2-0 down in this FA Trophy quarter-final, and it looks like that their dream run may just end at the quarter-final. As it also looks as if Aldershot will be ready to make a change. Maxwell Mullins is just ready to come on below us as the long throw in search of May. Can't find him, the Brickies substitute, as it drops off the back of El Magarbel, and it will be a throw in Aldershot's favour. And we're now going to see those changes made. Also for the Brickies, they're getting ready to bring on Henry Sinai as well.
Henry will play wide on one side, and they're going back to a flat back four. Henry Lacombo's coming off, Henry Sinai is going on, and now I can tell you it's Mr. Lacombo's birthday.
Oh, well,
I promised I wouldn't say anything to him before we left the pitch.
As that change for Aldershot sees Mullins come on, and they're going to take off Josh Barrett, who not long ago swung in that corner, which found the head of Will Armitage to make it 2-0.
Barrett's had a good game. I think Tommy Wilderington will be well pleased with his number 10's efforts this afternoon.
Yeah, a lot of those Aldershot players, even though, of course, you perhaps expect them to be the better side due to their higher ranking in the league. But there's a foul given there after El Magarbel just felt his leg get clipped by an Aldershot player. As both sets of coaching staffs make their opinions on that felt.
Well, neither of them thought it was a very good decision, did they?
No, I don't think so, no.
Who'd be a referee?
As Smith swings that free kick to the far post, there's a lot of time for Aaron Jones to deal with it, but all he does is just shank it out of play on his knee, and Sittingbourne are given a throw-in. And
goal now makes it interesting.
It really does. As Graham's going to stand over the throw, it will be a long one as he takes a run up right from the advertising boards to the near post. It's flicked on. It's missed ahead. Jones on the volley sees his shot deflected. There's a few claims of handball, but again, nothing given by the referee. There wasn't any claims from Sittingbourne players that a handball should be given. There's really good work from Arthur to keep the ball. And now Aldershot will come forward with it, as maybe they could look to get a third, but it's been one back on that far side as Jones looks to sprint forward. Again, it goes out of play.
I think we're at the stage now, aren't we, where between now and the end of the game, if Aldershot does play simple football, that will be in the last 4.
As Aldershot may be in trouble here. Deep cross. Oh, the keeper spilled it, but it wasn't Kingsford, rather it was May who ran in, but he just couldn't get there in time. But it was a nervy moment again there for Dewhurst. Went up, he did get both hands on the ball, but dropped it into the surface, and if May was about half a second quicker, he could have poked that ball in the net.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's one of those as a centre forward, you see it coming in the box, and you think, I wonder. And Dewhurst, you've got to give him credit for grabbing hold of the ball, but on another day, that drops on Mitch May's foot and he's in again.
And May, he's on the edge of the area.
Great defending.
Great. Excellent defending again. Luca Woodhouse sprinted back, diving header backwards into the gloves of his goalkeeper. Just excellent defensive play there from the Aldershot centre half. It must be said that...
I'm wrecking the place again, sorry. Yeah, hasn't Woodhouse gone from one extreme to the other? He's been all over the place 1 minute, but the amount of interceptions and last gasp interceptions he's made has been fantastic. Now the hero of Southend joins us.
That will be
Anthony Church.
Anthony Church wasn't actually named at the start on the team sheet. That was Jack Stevenson who was given number 18 shirt, but he's been replaced by Anthony Church, the 37-year-old. Who joined from Bishop Stortford, scored that goal in the 96th minute to win Sittingbourne in the game in the last round away at Southend, as Jones was having his shirt pulled. Sittingbourne are awarded a free kick for that.
Yeah, Anthony Church told me after that game at Southend he'd all but retired until he got the phone call from Ryan Maxwell to come back.
As Reese plays that free kick long, but Magoma is having his shirt pulled there straight away by Church.
And let's face it though, Freddie, have you ever known a player can go onto a field of play 20 minutes into your debut and write a page in the club's history?
Not really, no. It's very, very rare that happens.
Aldershot in again.
Really lovely turn there from Frost, but he can't get an effort on goal. The referee's just brought back play. He's going to award a free kick in Sittingbourne's favour.
I think what happened there, the ball, Church didn't. Church went in for the challenge, and it was Frost came in off the ball with the wing. But he just let the ball run, sat a yard and a half too far in front of him.
As Reese plays that free kick long, really neat bit of footwork from Sinai to work his way away from 2 men. Plays it to Kingsford in field. Back now with Sinai, looking to cause issues, but he's been dispossessed. He goes into the surface, but again, nothing will be given because Widrington plays a lovely ball over the top. And he's found the substitute Mullins, but he's been halted in his tracks, dispossessed, and it'll be another Aldershot corner. They've not long scored from one to make it 2-0. The header from Armitage. Can they get themselves another goal from a set piece and really put the tin lid on this?
They're taking their time, aren't they?
As you'd expect.
Wouldn't you?
I would.
I would too, especially on a day like this. Obviously, it's frustrating for the Brickies, but fair play to Aldershot. As here comes the corner.
Ryan Jones, who opened the scoring this afternoon, stands over it, swings it in. Armitage gets his head on it again, but it's nowhere near as good a
Everybody
header.
again at the back of the box stops. That's twice now that's happened, isn't it?
It is. Sidney is almost able to get it off Hargreaves, but the ball is played back for the captain, Aaron Jones. Really poor ball up in the air. It's right at the head of Don Vive Jones, the Aldershot wide man, as he looks to try and win the ball back, but it's been cut out. Neat footwork from Barham, played back to Widrington, and now it does find one of the substitutes in Mullins, who plays it to Widrington. Hargreaves now in possession for Aldershot. On the turn, works his way away from Church. Widrington clips it up in the air, but it's right at the head of Graham. Widrington nods it back forward. Again, Aldershot just taking their time in possession. Hargreaves has got a lot of room to work with and will play it wide for Frost, who again will just return it for Hargreaves. Knocked forward now for Widrington. He finds Aaron Jones. Neat layoff forward. There's a push in the back there on Barham from Gordon, and the throw-in is awarded in Aldershot's favour. But the Brickies getting ready to make another change. Jay Beckford in front of us is the man who looks as if he's the most recent of men ready to come on.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be coming on just yet. One of these corners, this throw-in's being taken.
Played down the line to Barham, who just holds the ball up in that corner quadrant, looking to try and help maintain his side's lead. As the tackle, one from behind, and that's deemed to have come off the Aldershot man last. So that'll be a Sittingbourne throw, as the referee will just stop play and he will allow that substitution to happen. So on will come Jay Beckford, and going off will be Ryan Kingsford.
Yeah. I think Ryan's had to put a super shift in today. He and just in front of us, there's a handshake from Homer as he went off. It just showed what a great battle those two have had.
Yeah, they've had a really, really good game between those two. And Kingsford, has to be said, gave it a lot of effort and a lot of half chances and played some neat build-up play to try and help his side. But it's been the story of the Brickies' afternoon. They've been able to build forward.
Almost.
Exactly, yeah. They've huffed and puffed, but they can't blow the house down.
Well, when someone like Christian Mahomes at the back of it, it's hardly surprising, is it, really?
Yeah, no, it is, yeah. Us very much like trying to blow down a brick house.
Chances.
As that's a poor clearance away from Smith. That's dropped neatly in the possession for Aldershot. It's laid off for their captain, Aaron Jones. Flicks it forward into the 18-yard box, finding Mullins. But Sittingbourne have done really well to play out of danger, look to clear the ball. Aziz slides in, but the ball will drop out for a throw-in Sittingbourne's favour. Aaron Jones thought that was going to be given for his side.
I did too, I have to be honest.
It shows how much we all know, really, doesn't it?
Oh, I'd say the linesman's he's only about 40, 50 yards closer than we are.
Yeah, no, it's a very fair point. The throw is launched long up to Aziz, but his touch is poor. It's flicked away. Graham looks to get there in front of his man, and he does, and the clearance comes back off with Mullins last. Aziz winning the flick on for Sittingbourne, and here he is, but he just can't find his teammate in May. Long ball forward, and Barham is in here, and right side of the area, he goes down, but all that will be given is a Sittingbourne goal kick. Didn't look like a penalty was going to be given there.
I love some of the comments from our friends down on the Aldershot bench about the referee not giving a penalty. I don't think the Aldershot man thought it was a penalty, so if he doesn't, what's the referee got?
Yeah, it looks very tame there, the coming together at most. As, again, Reese will boot that goal kick long up to the halfway line, sails over, and it's the layoff in the middle from Sinai, just can't find Aziz, and now Aldershot will go up the other end with Frost on that far side, played in field to Hargreaves in the area, laid back for Frost, low drilled effort, finds the bottom left corner.
Lovely goal.
Another beautifully worked counter-attacking goal for Aldershot, who now really have all but booked their place in the FA Trophy semi-final. They've got a third. It's a brilliant finish, drilled in low from Tyler Frost. It's Sittingbourne 0, Aldershot Town 3, and now the shots are all but there.
They are indeed, and you have to say that over the course of the afternoon, when the chances have come, they've taken it. And that is the difference between playing in the Isthmian South East Division and the National League. And it's shown this afternoon.
You can't put it any better than that, as it will now be a double change for the shots. They're going to take off the man who started the scoring for the afternoon in Ryan Jones, as Brad Dollahan will come on for him. They're also going to bring on Kai Corbett. We're just waiting for the numbers to be punched in the board as to who will be coming off for him. So 22. Corbett is going to come on, and Jack Barham's going to come off.
Two of the instigators in Aldershot's win. Two men who deserve the extra cheers from the travelling supporters away to our left-hand side. and two men who, as manager Tommy Woodrington down there is saying, job well done.
And it is exactly that, a job really well done by the Shots here at the Staxon Stadium. They lead by 3-0, and Sittingbourne's dream run that they've been on in this competition, it may well be coming to an end, but can they give their fans something to sing about and maybe get a consolation goal? But regardless of what happens for the rest of the game with its scoreline, I think still Sittingbourne players can hold those heads high. They've given it a proper shift, but
it's definitely it's just been a question today of when we needed a bit of luck in front of goal. Yeah. It hasn't been there.
No, it hasn't been. That has been the key difference, hasn't it, really?
And Aldershot are taking the chances. Taking the chances very, very well. Okay, Ryan will be disappointed with the second goal with the header, but the first goal on the stroke of half-time probably turned the game on its head, and that last finish there was something special.
Yeah, certainly. It may not be what the Brickies would have wanted today in front of a sellout crowd, but those fans to our right, even with their side 3-0 down and pretty much they are now out of the FA Trophy, but they still got to the quarter-final. But those fans, they haven't stopped singing all afternoon. They've really been a credit, it must be said.
And if you'd have told any one of those who were here that first qualifying round day when we played Sutton Common Rovers that we'd be here on St David's Day, incidentally, happy St David's Day to any of our Welsh viewers, every one of them would have taken a hand off. But from day one, the priority this season has been getting out of the East and South East.
And if you can play again like this, but with a bit more luck in front of goal, they can get there. We will have 4 minutes of added time for this second half. Aldershot leading by 3-0. They're home and dry, and they will be in the FA Trophy semi-final this season unless something really magical happens. The free kick swung in for Sittingbourne. Oh, and it's cleared away brilliantly, almost on the line by the head of Luca Woodhouse. The ball is still in the Aldershot penalty area. At the end, they do clear the danger. Really good defensive work again by Woodhouse. And even though we've said maybe the difference has been Sittingbourne, they've not had all those chances. They've been unlucky with the final touch. Equally so, that Aldershot defence today has been absolutely rock solid. They've been a yellow wall pretty much the whole game, and they may get another one as Dollahan is set away on this near side. He finds Mullins, played back through. It's let run for Dollahan, who may make it 4, but he drags it wide of the post.
I'd have been interested to see if the flag would have gone up there, purely and simply because Corbett was behind the last defender, stopping possibly the defender getting to the man who had the shot. But I think the 19 Donohan will actually be disappointed he didn't hit the target.
Yeah, he should have done. It may have been a tight angle for Dollahan, but played through one-on-one, the ball's let run for you. You should probably do just a little bit better in front of goal as Aziz looks to hook it forward, and Dewhurst comes off his line well, and he boots it right up in the air.
Well, it's only taken him 92 minutes to get that right.
Yeah, it has. No.
But let me just ask you one question. Who's winning 3-0?
Aldershot are winning 3-0.
You can't tell that like that.
No. I can't tell that lot that to my right. Those fans have been
unreal,
amazing.
aren't
They are. They've been a true credit this afternoon to their side. It must be said. They've not stopped singing all afternoon, even though, as I've said just a few moments ago, their side, they're going to be out of the FA Trophy, but it's all about the run they've made, the day as well today. It's still a gorgeous day, and they can still go out and enjoy it. The result, I'm sure, won't affect their day at all, but no, they have really, if anyone's been the star of the show, it's those fans to our right-hand side.
Well, agreed, without any shadow of doubt. On this record attendance here at the Saxon Stadium today, this ground's never held 1,000 people before.
It's amazing. It looks as if it can hold more, if I'm being honest.
The work that's gone on around the place is amazing. You've got to give Tommy Woodrington and this Aldershot side though full credit, because they would have dreaded coming here, but they have done a job and they've done it very, very well.
But they may still concede as away you go, Sittingbourne. There's a run forward from Beckford, but he's been pushed off the ball. Referee doesn't give anything, and now Aldershot will go forward, but the ball has gone out of play for a throw-in, has just been signalled there after being asked. The fourth official, he just says we've got about a minute left of this one, and even though we don't really pick the man of the match, That's pretty much
Is there
down for
any
the
doubt?
sponsors.
Is there
No, I
any
don't
doubt
think
for
there
us?
is any doubt. No, I think the only player, because usually they do it with the commentator asking the summariser, I have to ask you the question, even though we don't really give it. As Beckford flashes a shot in, it's a good save though from Dewhurst. And even though there's only really seconds left, Sittingbourne's still pressing, looking to try and make something happen. It's a good save though from Dewhurst, who's level to it. But just to go back to it, Mike, man of the match?
Christian Mahoma, by a country mile,
Yeah.
in my opinion. As I say, I know it's an old cliche, and I'm full of old cliches as people know me, but he's a good traditional English central defender, and today he has been a rock.
He has. All of the Aldershot defenders have been. They've all played really well this afternoon. You have to give credit to them. And even though they may have dreaded it, it's all over. And Aldershot won't be dreading that result at all. They've come to the Staxon Stadium and they've booked their place in the FA Trophy semi-final. Even though Sittingbourne's dream run may be over, they can still hold their heads high and be extremely proud of that. But it ends Sittingbourne 0, Aldershot Town 3. Perhaps the scoreline that maybe was to be expected, but you cannot fault the performance from Sittingbourne, who even at 1-0, 2-0 and 3-0, they gave that absolutely everything. And even though they're out, as you just said to me a few minutes ago, try telling those fans their side are out, because they're still full of voice and they're still so proud of this team who have done so much, not only for them, but for lower non-league football and for Sittingbourne Football Club as well.
I've got nothing but pride for that team out there today. We've now got to go and finish the job that we started this year, which will be to get out this in the South East Division. The trophy's been a wonderful distraction, don't get me wrong. We've had some incredible days. We've had another incredible day today. There's 1,300 people in this ground, over 1,000 home supporters. Good luck to Aldershot on Monday. I hope they now go on and win the trophy. I hope they really do. And also hope they get out the bother they're in at the bottom of the National League. But the bottom line is, there have been 17, 18 men in red and black out there this afternoon as the Aldershot players, quite rightly, led by Witherington, another hero for me out there this afternoon, go and salute their supporters. But the noise is coming from the brickies down the other end. We've enjoyed our run. Thank you, FA Trophy. We've had a great time. Now back to the bread and butter.
Certainly so. Can Sittingbourne achieve their main goal? Can they, after today, just put it away, get back to business and back focusing on the Isthmian League South East Division, look to get up to step 3. Aldershot still have a mission themselves, along with a semi-final to look forward to. They're only a game from Wembley, but they've still got quite a fair few games left in the National League to try and stay up and avoid relegation to the National South. But as it's all said and done here at the Staxon Stadium, it ends Sittingbourne 0, Aldershot Town 3. Thank you all ever so much for tuning in here on the Your Instant Replay channel for this live stream of the game. It's all over and Aldershot are into the final 4 of the FA Trophy.